Alright guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to transplant your fiddle leaf fig. I'm here with this beautiful Ficus lyrata. This is actually the cultivar Bambino. It doesn't have quite as large of foliage as the straight species, but everything about transplanting it is exactly the same. So how do you know if your plant needs to be transplanted? The first thing is if it is drying out super quickly. If you give it water and within 2 days it dries out completely, there's a good chance it would benefit by upsizing that container to the next size pot. Likewise, if you have not experienced any new growth for at least 6 months, that's probably because your plant is root bound and it doesn't have anywhere to grow in the container, so it's no longer able to produce new growth on top. So what do I mean by transplanting it to the next size container? Well, it has to do with the diameter of your pot. And so we're going to measure from the inside lip to the other inside lip. And this one looks to be a little more than 6.5 inches across. I've chosen this container, and this one from inside to inside looks to be 7.5. So that is about 1 inch wider, and that's about as much as you would want to do for containers this size. Going from 6.5 to 7.5 or thereabouts is going to be the most appropriate thing to do. Now, when it comes to houseplants, I love using this Coast of Maine indoor houseplant mix. If you need some, check the video description below. You'll find a link. Now, as you can see, this guy has a stake in it. Unless you're really able to give them extremely high amounts of lighting indoors, there's a good chance as your plant grows taller, you are going to need to use some sort of stake. I'm using a dowel rod, which is really only a temporary fix. These are generally going to rot out after a couple of years. Bamboo stakes are by far the longest. They have the best longevity. So the first thing I like to do is take like a serrated knife or something and just go around the outside of your container. And you can see at the end it starts to really come out. And let's take a look. Now when your roots are like this, that definitely means it's ready to be transplanted. You can see in the pot really nothing is remaining. That means it is starting to get root bound, and that is the best time to give our plant a transplanting. So I'm going to lean it up against here, and as I do so, I'm going to also start to gently break the roots up. Now the reason we like to break the roots up is because once we get it transplanted, it's going to help it to assimilate more easily into that new soil, and so giving those roots a chance to start growing. And if you have some areas that are like a little bit tangled, you just have to rip them a little bit, free them up. Next, we're going to start by filling up the bottom of our container, sort of guesstimating an appropriate level, because when we get this transplanted, we want that soil line. This is the soil line. We want that to be about 1/2 inch to 1 inch below the very top of that pot. If it's too high up, it's going to be very difficult to water it. If it's too low, well then you're not optimizing the container all the way. But lower is always going to be better than higher. And so if I place it in like that, that looks pretty good. Looks like that lip is, just about where I want it. Now, I generally don't want to reuse this old soil for my houseplants. I will add this to the compost pile. And then we're just going to start to backfill the rest of that container. And take your fingers, kind of go into those edges. Make sure that the soil falls down nicely. You really don't want any air pockets in that soil. And it looks like I'm a little bit off center. So I'm going to start just gently nudge it to a little bit to the middle. And you never want to just really push down. You want to have, while you want to remove the air pockets along the outside, you want to keep that soil nice and light. So you don't want to jam it down, but you can give it a little bit of pressure just to even that soil out. Always trying to be nice and gentle. And the final step, to water it in. And when you water it in, you'll see some bubbling occur, and if you see any like sinkholes happen, well that's your opportunity to determine if you need to add any more soil or not. But that looks pretty good. Now you have a freshly potted Fiddle Leaf Fig, this should reinvigorate it to start allowing it to grow once again. If you're looking for a video on how to actually propagate them, as well as some tips on how to care for your Fiddle Leaf Figs, make sure to go down to the description below and you'll find some links to some other videos all about these beautiful, long-lived houseplants. Anyways, thanks for joining me here on Plant Vibrations. I'll catch you next time. Ciao.